From Cesar Chavez Public Charter School in Washington, D.C., DMVSTREAM.com presents the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational. Hello, everybody. Sean Parker along with Chuck Walton. And Chuck, we've got some good basketball talent out here in Northeast D.C. today.
Sean, it's a pleasure to be here, and you are certainly right. There is some great talent. Now, for those who don't know and are not familiar with the DMV area, they only produce some of the legendary basketball players of all times, okay? A lot of great guys have come out of here. You got Muggsy Bogues. You obviously got Kevin Durant. Just a long list of people. Quinn Cook got a national championship last year. A lot of these guys look up to some of those guys. We'll see what they have out there. But starting with the gold team, Team Solar, like a solar panel.
Absolutely. Shining bright.
Look further than none other than Dominic Flack, okay? 18-year-old kid out of Baltimore, Maryland, St. Francis Academy. This guy, the last 2 seasons, averaged almost 15 points a game. But here's what I love about the kid. He shot 55% from the field, 42% from downtown, and 90% from the stripe. Those are Steph Curry numbers right there if you talk about the 90-50-40 club that they all often rave for Steph Curry about. Also on that team, here's the big player in this game right here, maybe the best player you'll see on the court all day. 6'8", 210-pound junior, Kevin McCall. This guy's another kid from Maryland, Randallstown High School. He averaged 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks. He was the Max Prep Player of the Game earlier this season. He showed up, he showed out. He had a big game in every quarter. 18 points, 12 boards, 8 blocks in that performance. Led his team to a 9-point victory as they get set to tip off.
And there is the tip, and it is controlled by Team Solar. Jonathan Kaiser with the basketball, getting it over on the wing to Rashad Faust. Driving down inside. There's the big man, Kevin McCall. He is blocked by Victor Littles, and back comes Team Goodman in the maroon.
And right away, they look to give McCall an early touch in the ball game, as you see right there.
And a three-pointer at the top by Victor Littles from Largo High School. Very impressive young man. I saw him at the DeMatha Hoops Festival. Very talented young man.
He's got a great inside-outside game. He can knock down that 15-footer, which is what you love from your guards.
There's a jumper at the top by Dominic Flack. No good. Back comes Team Goodman. Three-pointer from downtown by Yaman Robinson. Missing everything. Team Solar with the ball.
Robinson's the kind of guy, he plays with confidence. Once he sees the ball go in, he can light it up in a hurry.
We are playing 20-minute halves today here in D.C.
And I like that. The 20-minute halves gives them a chance to kind of get that college feel.
Rebounded inside by Kevin McCall. Scramble underneath, and we have a foul. Victor Littles hit with his first personal foul. 18:36 left to go here in the first half. Team Solar with a 3-0, Team Goodman with a 3-0 lead. McCall down inside, he draws contact, and he will go to the line.
And I love what McCall did right there. First play of the game, he could have been a little bit more aggressive right there. You see him, he called him for the ball. He wanted to get that back, draws the foul. Now we get to see the kid at the free throw line.
Good form at the line, drains that one, and Team Solar is on the board. Second shot on the way. Rims out, tapped in. So we're going to give George Sidnor credit for that basket, and we are tied at 3.
Team Gold really using their size on the boards right now, getting that easy putback.
Strong drive inside by number 21, Dominic Bailey. No good, and back comes Team Solar. Three-pointer drained by Jonathan Kaiser on the wing. That was a good-looking shot.
And that's what Kaiser's in the game for right there. In transition, knocks down the triple from deep.
Victor Littles again from 3, and he nails that one. We're tied at 6. Victor Littles, when he gets hot, he could be trouble.
And again, you see that inside-outside game they got working right there.
Three-pointer from the corner, rebounded by Montana Cooks. And we've got a travel. Too many steps by Dominic Bailey. and Team Solar will take over.
Caught a quick case of the happy feet right there. Got a little excited in transition, had his man wide open in the corner for what looked to be a potential knockdown triple.
And there's a reach-in foul by Victor Littles. He's going to get hit with his second. Today's basketball contests brought to you by Basketball Industry Support Services. They offer educational, community, and developmental programs. We will talk about them a little bit later on. There's a nice lay-in by Dominic Bailey. And Team Goodman up 8-6 early.
And you like to see that at this level. Coming down in transition, looking to make the extra pass instead of trying to finish it one-on-one alone. Find your teammate, lay it off the glass. Nice pass.
Faust, kick out. Dominic Flack with the three. Rebounded by Emmanuel Roberts. Dominic Bailey trying to answer with a three of his own, rebounded by Jonathan Kazor. Back comes Team Solar. Kazor drive and the kick out to three for Flack, and he nails it.
Kazar is really making this offense go for Team Gold right now. He's doing it all. He's rebounding, he's passing, and he's knocking down the triple. That was a great pass right there, facilitating the offense.
We're approaching the 16-minute mark here in the first half. Rashad Faust driving, one-handed, no good. Rebounded inside, Makel. Couple of tries at the basket. Goodman coming back with it. Emmanuel Roberts finally getting the handle. Good ball movement. Littles, short corner jumper. Out of bounds, and we've got Team Solar. Nope, they're going to give it to Team Goodman.
Team Goodman is just hustling right now on the offensive end. You like to see that. They're trying to get to as many loose balls as possible.
Little floater inside by Emmanuel Roberts didn't go. We've got a jumper on the wing. Makel with the rebound. Ball knocked around. And it's going to go to Team Goodman.
And you like to see Makel finish those last two. He had two easy looks at the cup on the last two possessions. You start to wonder if he's just a bit fatigued right now. Him being the biggest man on the court, I expect him to go the full 40 minutes.
Team Goodman with the basketball. Yamon Robinson driving to the lane, who floats it up and in.
That was beautiful from Yamon Robinson right there. Great finish at the rim.
Back comes Team Solar and a layup by Dominic Flack, and Team Solar regains the 11-10 lead. Back and forth contest so far. And a nice drive to the hoop by Dominic Bailey. Team Goodman back up by one.
And Team Maroon is really playing their type of basketball right now. You see, they don't have any large looming players on the court, but they're really using the dribble drive to get to the hoop and try and make the layups, which they have been doing. And we have a very close ball game.
Damian Chong-Key with the basketball. He's going to pull up for a three. That ball is going to go out of bounds off of Team Goodman. Team Solar will keep the ball.
I really would like to see Team Solar set up some more offense here. It seems like they're using these quick three-point shots, and it hasn't been as effective as it was in the early portion of this game.
George Sidnor III driving inside. Makel with the rebound, tapping it in.
Well, what are you going to do when he's taller than every man on the court? That's exactly what his job is, to stand by that rim and get a good look, but also finish. He missed his last two, third time's the charm.
That was a deep three by Montana Cooks. Rebounded. Nice pass ahead in the jam by George Sidnor.
George Sidnor just brought the house down with that flush.
15-10 Team Solar. And that's an errant pass inside, corralled by Dominic Flack. Back the other way comes Team Solar. Damian Chong-Key kicking it out to Flack. Behind the back pass, now back into George Sidnor, and that ball is blocked. Zaire Mitchell-Payton making his presence felt in the paint.
Oh, did he make his presence felt? That was a...
And a block on the other end by Kevin Makel, ahead to Sidnor, but that is going to go out of bounds. Team Goodman with the ball.
I love it. That's what you want to see from both ends of the court. Both teams getting real aggressive in the paint. They said, not today, not in my house.
With the running clock, we are approaching 12 minutes left to go here in the first half. Team Solar with a 15-12 lead over Team Goodman. Entry pass. That ball was picked off by Kevin Makel. Back comes Team Solar. Chong Ki with the basketball, driving, kicking it back out. Makel battling for the rebound. Goodman getting it. Dominic Bailey driving down the lane.
Dominic
Beautiful
Bailey finishing
layup.
at the rim, doing his best Kyrie Irving impression these last couple drives.
It is 15-14 Team Solar in the gold uniforms. Team Goodman in the maroon. Damian Chong Ki setting the offense. Looking for Makel inside. Makel with the turnaround jumper, and he gets it.
That's Makel's game right there. 2 to 4 feet, close to the basket, back to the basket, turn around, finishes, kiss it off the glass. When he uses the glass, he's virtually unstoppable.
Victor Little's looking for his shot, and a nice scoop lay-in.
That's just tough. There's nothing you can do about that. Beautiful finish.
Showing a lot of strength there on that one. Chong Ki looking for Makel inside. Goodman coming back. Dominic Bailey pulling it back out.
Bailey is single-handedly changing the tempo of this ball game. He wants to play quick. He wants to play fast. And I think that's going to actually behoove the maroon team in this kind of game when you're going against more size. You want to get out and run in transition. But again, the key to today's game is to finish.
We are almost halfway done here with the first half. Team Solar with a 17-16 lead. You are looking at the 2016 BIS Invitational Tournament here at Cesar Chavez Public Charter School in Washington, D.C. here on DMVSTREAM.com. Jumper from the corner, Emmanuel Roberts. It's rebounded. Back comes the other way. Sidnor in the corner for three. Rebounded by Jonathan Kazor.
And Kazor is their three-point shooter. He's instant offense. He's also the kind of guy that can blow this game wide open if he knocks down a couple triples. They get out and run in transition.
That was Dominic Flack losing the handle. Back comes Goodman the other way. Victor Little's driving inside. A lot of contact there. They're going to get George Sidnor with the foul.
That was more than a lot of contact. That was almost a collision course. No doubt that was a foul.
A little bit of WWE action there, huh?
Yeah, certainly. The Rock.
Who's about to get his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Well deserved.
And we've got a timeout on the floor. 9:19 left to go in the first half. 17-16 Team Solar with a 1-point lead. We are going to step away here from Cesar Chavez. We will be back in just a moment here on DMVSTREAM.com. Evolution Basketball Training provides training programs for elite development for professional college, high school, and advanced middle school. Visit www.evobball.com for more information. Sean Parker, Chuck Walton back here at Cesar Chavez High School. We are in the first half of Game 1 of the BIS Invitational. 17-16 Team Solar with a 1-point lead. And Chuck, what have we seen so far?
We've seen a flat-out chess match. We also see both teams trying, as Kazar shoots that from J.J. Redick range. Both teams trying to enforce their will in opposite ways. Team Maroon has been trying to use the dribble drive, penetrate, get to the basket. Team Gold has been shooting some deep threes as well, but they're really trying to get some inside looks at the basket. I think the difference in the game right now, I think Team Gold had a couple good looks at the basket, but they shot the ball too quick. A lot of quick turnovers. There's another quick three. If they slow the game down, use their size inside, I think Team Gold has a good chance of trying to run away with this thing, at least in the first half. But you cannot overlook the aggressiveness of Team Maroon. They play with a lot of heart.
They certainly have, and we saw in the previous possession Zaire Mitchell-Payton with a layup to give Team Goodman a 1-point lead. Mitchell-Payton getting the ball at the top of the key. That ball was knocked away, and back comes Team Solar. And a nice drive by Rashad Faust to give Team Solar the 1-point lead.
Rashad Faust looking to get his shot, took it to the hoop, and I'm pretty sure he's happy with the result.
We've got a foul on the drive by Dominique Bailey. And it looks like they're getting Dominique Flack on that foul. So Dominique Bailey will go to the line for 2. We talked a little bit earlier about the basketball industry support services offering educational, community, and development programs such as the Revolving Door program, which was created to give student athletes from age 18 to 24 a second chance to attend college through athletics. And BIS will exercise every option available to assist clients, whether there was a lack of talent, recruitment, academic programs, or a life-changing situation. They also have a 10-step process that will be followed to ensure the best option for their clients. That's just one of the programs that the Basketball Industry Support Services offers, and they have been great hosts to us, and so far putting on a good show here in this first game.
Great show. And I love the matchup. I think this game is evenly matched, all things considered. It's almost David versus Goliath. You got the small guys versus the giants.
And Jonathan Kazor hitting another jumper, and Team Solar regaining the lead. Neither team has had more than a 1-point lead, a 1 or 2 point lead so far here in the first half.
And that's what you love about a game like this right now. It's evenly matched, and then I'm sure at halftime both coaches will make the adjustments, and that's when I expect one team to kind of run away with this thing. But right now both teams are still trying to feel each other out, and that's what can happen in these all-star games of sorts. You know, you got a lot of guys, some guys want to get their shot off. They haven't really played with each other before. Once they get the rhythm, the second half is when this thing will really rev up, and you're going to see some of the best basketball that you've seen at this level all season.
Damian Chong-Key called for a reach-in foul there in the backcourt. Team Goodman with the ball, down 1. About 6.5 minutes left to go here in the first half of Game 1 of today's Invitational. Mitchell-Payton being guarded by George Sidnor. He steps back for a jumper, rims out. Jonathan Kazor with the rebound. Back comes Team Solar. Watching out Kazor in the corner, kicking it across to Faust. Faust with the short jumper in the lane. Kazor with the offensive rebound, and he puts it back in.
Kazar is the MVP of this game so far. This guy is doing it every way possible. What a finish right there, and then getting the rebound. Showing you he's not just a three-point shooter.
Roberts, good pass inside. Zaire Mitchell-Payton finishing, and it's 23-22.
That's what you love about Team Maroon right there. That was a key moment right there. They missed that shot. You never know. The team scores in transition. They're up 5. They stick with their game. They get to the hoop and finish the layup off a beautiful pass. That's a
Sidnor
nice
with
answer.
a nice step-back jumper. He had Zaire Mitchell-Payton in his face, but he was able to put that down.
And a little test chap. The young man likes that shot, and I loved it too.
And back comes Team Solar. Again, Kazor with another rebound.
Is there a triple-double alert for Kazor already?
And a nice drive and finish by Damian Chong-Key. And now Team Solar putting a little bit of distance right now. It's 27-22.
And this is what I was talking about in the opening. This is where you want to see, can Team Maroon keep their composure and still play their game? You don't want to get into this three-point shooting contest. As you saw, they just shot a 3 right there.
Chong-Key with a beautiful dish to George Sidnor, and Team Solar is up 7.
And this is where, after this possession, if you don't get a bucket, I'm thinking about a timeout.
Well, let's see if Team Goodman can stop the bleeding. There's a reach-in foul, and it looks like they're going to get Rashad Faust.
And when you're in a drought, the best thing to do is to drive the basketball, see if you can draw contact, and make up the deficit by knocking down some shots at the free throw line. But they'll inbound that one.
Victor Littles with a jumper. Rebounded. Damian Chong-Key coming back up.
Team Maroon has gotten away from what got them off to a hot start. That was, they're outmanned and outsized, but they were crashing the boards.
And that was a nice strip right there by Damian Chong Key. Right now on the floor, Warren Lofton, wearing number 1 from Cesar Chavez High School. He is one of the rising juniors
and he's
in the city.
He's playing in his hometown gym, so let's see if he can get in there and really light this thing up.
Montana Cooks with the jumper, and that is eventually rebounded by Faust, pushing it up the floor, looking for George Sidnor.
That's a good
Now,
call.
even though on that particular basket, George Sidnor wasn't able to put it down, he was in good position. Seems like he and Damian Chong Key playing a very good transition game so far.
They're playing a beautiful transition game, and that is what basketball, but especially high school basketball, is about. Is, hey, you may not have finished, but we want to see the skill set. We want to see, did you get to your spot? Did you get to the rim? And at the end of the day, he got the foul call, and he almost knocked down his free throw, but I'm sure he'll get the next one. But, yes, that was beautiful right there, and a beautiful pass.
All right,
He led him right to the basket.
Absolutely. Team Goodman getting a little bit of instruction over on the sideline as George Sidnor III taking his second free throw, and he nails it.
And he's got a wonderful basketball name, George Sidnor III.
The third.
I would definitely buy his tennis shoes.
And see, we mentioned him as George Sidnor a couple of times. I don't think his family would appreciate it if we left the third off. There's a three-pointer in the corner from Montana Cooks, rebounded, and look who has the basketball again. Jonathan Kazor. Inside, that pass deflected. Zaire Mitchell-Payton bring it up. Yamon Robinson kicking it out. Mitchell-Payton, he was trailing, trying to finish. Ball knocked out of bounds.
And let's go back to George Sidnor III for a second. He needs branding. He might need to call me, make him his brand manager. The GS3s.
I mean, this city does know something about people with the third behind their name.
Well, they sure did. He's now down in Believe Land, so
home of the NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers. I honestly didn't think I would say that in my lifetime.
I don't think Cleveland fans thought they would.
Team Solar with the basketball and an 8-point lead, and there is George Sidnor III.
GS3.
Nice crossover, driving into the lane. That is strength right there on that basket. He powered that layup through.
Just enforcing his will on this basketball game, and GS3 is now starting to take over this game, and don't look now. They have the first double-digit lead of the ball game. A beautiful drive, finish, and one.
2:27 left to go here in the first half. And as you said, Team Solar up by 10. Make it 11.
GS3 completing three-point play. I love the aggressiveness that he's playing with right now in this ball game.
Dominic Bailey with the basketball, and he is fouled.
He's the key to a comeback here. That's a name you haven't mentioned in a good 4 to 5 minutes. And early in the game, when they kept it close, Bailey was getting to the rim, finishing layups, dribble drive, kicking it out to some shooters. They need to get him more involved back into this basketball game.
So let's see what Team Maroon can do here. Turnaround jumper, doesn't catch any iron. Pushing it up the floor is Warren Lofton. Jumper rebounded. Montana Cooks. He is being guarded by Faust coming across the timeline. And there's a nice steal right there. Dominic Flack driving. Doesn't finish. Faust bouncing it off of Yamon Robinson, and Team Solar will keep it with just over a minute and a half left to go here in the first half.
Real heads-up play right there by Faust, bouncing it off to keep it there. You would like to see a guy finish that layup, but I'm sure he'll get it back. But how about the interception of the pass that was telegraphed right there?
Makel won't go down. Rebounded by Victor Littles. Back comes Goodman. Three-pointer. Montana Cooks nails it. And the lead is down to 7.
Big-time shot right there from Montana Cooks right there to get this back to a single-digit ball game.
We are approaching the 1-minute mark left here in the first half. 33-25, Team Solar. They have been in control the last few minutes, and there's a steal by Team Goodman. That was Yamon Robinson on the steal. Ahead for the lay-in, Dominic Bailey. And all of a sudden, that 11-point lead is down to 6.
That's beautiful basketball. He jumped into the passing lane, made a great throw-ahead pass, and they finished at the rim. And in terms of finishing, they've been phenomenal at finishing at the rim. They just have to play their game, stay the course. It's far from over. There's still 20 minutes left in this ball game in the second half.
Ball stolen from Lofton down on the end line. Goodman, that's Victor Littles for three off the front of the rim. Mako with the rebound, back comes Team Solar, and it looks like they're going to be playing for the final shot.
Smart move here. You don't want to give Team Maroon any more confidence than they've already got with that quick comeback going into the half.
Team Solar has spread the floor for what they believe is going to be their final possession. Kicking it over, GS3 in the corner.
And he's taking this. There's no doubt about that.
5 seconds for three. And that is going to end a very entertaining first half here from Cesar Chavez. Team Solar with a 33-27 lead at the half.
Phenomenal basketball. Both teams fundamentally sound. In the second half, I think the key is to finish some layups, and I expect a great half of basketball when we come back.
Well, let's see if Team Goodman can cut into that lead a little bit more. They were down by as much as 11. They have cut the lead to 6, and we've got a good second half coming up here. You are watching the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational from Cesar Chavez High School on DMVSTREAM.COM. We are going to step away for a break. We'll bring you back second half action coming up soon. Welcome back to Cesar Chavez High School, Washington, D.C. for the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational. Sean Parker, Chuck Walton. Chuck, George Sidnor III, GS3, 13 points, leads all scorers.
That guy is unbelievable. I told you at the end of the half he was going to take that shot, and I knew it because that's the way he plays. And I love it. He plays aggressive. He gets to his spots, which you don't very often see at this level. At this level, a lot of guys try a lot of different things, but he knows what works best for him. He crashes the boards, and he's so strong off the dribble and using his size, because he's got great size, getting to the glass. He's been phenomenal. He might finish with 30 points in this game.
Dominique Bailey, Victor Littles leading Team Goodman, 8 points apiece. Also, Jonathan Kazor with 7 points for Team Solar. Kevin Makel and Dominique Flack also with 5 points for Team Solar as well. So Dominique Bailey, Victor Littles, they're going to be the ones that are going to have to score if Team Goodman is going to win this game.
They're going to have to get to the glass, but I want to also see what the big man can do starting the second half here. Makel was the guy we highlighted in the pregame. But he slowed down towards the end of the first half. He's on the court to start the second half, and I think they're going to start to look to get him some early touches, some easy baskets, get him into the rhythm of things, and you're going to see a very, very special player.
Goodman with the possession to start the second half. They've got Montana Cooks, Victor Littles, Dominique Bailey on the floor.
It's a big block right there for his confidence to start the second half. Now I would like to see him get a touch on the offensive end.
Kazor driving with the basketball, going inside. That ball is rebounded by Dominique Bailey, leading the break up ahead. And Bailey is going to finish it.
And the comeback is still on. Now the lead is down to 4.
So now the question is, what is Team Solar going to do to stop the bleeding?
I would like to see them get the ball into the big man here, get them some early touches, and play the way that they played when they opened up this ball game. Ball movement is the key at this level.
And
at any level.
And so far, they're moving the ball on the perimeter, getting it into Makel, just like you said, kicking it back out. Three-pointer by Rashad Faust.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. When you use ball movement, you throw it into your big man. When they crash down on him, you kick it out to an open shooter, and all they do is knock it down the triple.
That was fundamental. Dominique Bailey with the three-pointer. Makel with the rebound. Back comes Team Solar.
And you see what happens. Look at Makel running the court. Now he called for the basketball right there.
I mean, that was a textbook play, and Makel just didn't finish.
But I love it. You see in the first 3 minutes of the second half, he's rebounded, he's blocked the shot, and now he's looking for the dribble drive. There he is getting a foul, but I love it. He's been involved in every play. You see the energy is level. When you have a big guy, the worst thing you want to do in basketball is leave him just kind of floating in no man's land on the court. A big guy is like a running back in football. Every now and then, they need a touch.
Makel certainly has been getting his touches, and he did touch Dominique Bailey, and that's why he's on the free throw line. Bailey hitting the first. It's 36-30. Team Solar. Team Goodman trying to winnow that lead down just a little bit more. Makel with the rebound on the miss, and back comes Team Solar. GS3 with determined dribbling.
Yes. He really reminds me of one of those New York guards, the way he dribbles the basketball. It's like he's mad at the floor.
Littles thought about that three, pulled it back. Right now, Emmanuel Roberts with the basketball. He pulls up for a jumper just inside the three-point line. Rebounded out to Montana Cooks. Team Goodman still with possession. No shot clock here, so they can take their time. That was Victor Littles on a three-pointer, and that shot was distracted a little bit by Mr. Makel.
My point exactly. Just having that size, just to be able to get into his face as he throws up that shot. And
there is Faust with another three-pointer. I'm sorry, that wasn't Faust. Correction, that was Dominic Flack. Similar hairstyles, and we're looking straight on, so you can't blame me. And there's a finish right there by Victor Littles. He's going to go to the line, and it's 39-32.
That's a big answer right there, because Team Gold, you can just see it in their swagger and the way they're walking around. They're starting to get into a rhythm, and this thing can get ugly quick. But what I love about Team Maroon, again, they're aggressive. They're not going away. They're going to keep fighting, and they're going to keep playing their style of basketball.
And we would like to mention one of our sponsors today, Catholic Charities. Guided and enriched by Catholic social teaching, Catholic Charities works to create a world in which every person is cherished, regardless of individual limitations, and strengthened in the use of personal gifts in order to reach his or her full potential as a valued member of the community. So we thank Catholic Charities. That was GS3 inside, and Team Solar back up by 9.
Went with the dribble drive, jump step, and he went up strong, aggressive, and he got the bounce off the rim. This kid is flat out filling it up, and look at
what a block by Kevin Makel. And again, he is dominating. He is really asserting himself inside.
Enforcing
and
his
there's
will.
A third one, and he deflects that shot. So that was truly the Kevin Makel defensive possession. Back comes Team Solar.
How often do you see that on one possession? 3 blocks and a rebound. He just filled up the stat sheet in 20 seconds. And now he wants the basketball. Oh, kick it out.
Kicks it back out. Dominic Flack with the three-pointer that rims high, and the referee says that it touches the stanchion above the rim, so Goodman is going to get possession.
And I'm not mad at that missed shot at all. Again, you throw it into the big guy. He looked like he had the turnaround jumper, kicked it out to an open shooter. Hey, I'll live with that every day if you miss an open 3.
We have just passed the 16-minute mark here in the second half, 41-32. Team Solar with a lead and make it 41-34. Zaire Mitchell-Payton with a basket. And folks, don't go anywhere after this game. We have another game. Team BIS going up against Team Goodman. So we're going to see some of the gentlemen that are in this game. We'll also see them get some run, a little bit like playground basketball, get a couple of games in. But again, you mentioned it before. The DMV area, Washington, D.C. area, historically has had some of the best basketball talent in the world, and these young men are certainly keeping up that tradition.
Certainly they are. A lot of these guys, they want to be the next Ty Lawson, the next Quinn Cook, the next Victor Oladipo, the next Kevin Durant, the next Grievous Vasquez. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on, like my Erykah Badu song.
And my mother would kill me if I didn't mention Dave Bing, because Dave Bing was a neighbor of hers growing up. That was George Sidnor III on that basket, 43-34 Team Solar.
Team Solar, if they keep feeding GS3, they'll be on their way to, I guess, a virtual championship in terms of this kind of basketball is concerned.
Do they get a virtual trophy for that?
Maybe Team BIS has one that they can email to them. We can email him his MVP award.
That was Emmanuel Roberts on that three-pointer. It is 43-37, and Team Goodman not letting them pull away. It's still only a 6-point lead. No foul called on that as Chong Key hit the floor hard, but it's going to be Goodman basketball.
This is a very close basketball game. It's one of those games one team can either win by 20 or it can go down to the wire. Right now, it's kind of a stalemate.
Just under 14 minutes left to go here in this basketball game. 43-37, Team Solar in the gold, going up against Team Goodman in the maroon. That is Zaire Mitchell-Payton with the step-back jumper that doesn't hit anything. Rashad Faust with the rebound. He is bringing it up the floor for Team Solar.
And right now, ball movement is at a premium.
Rashad Faust with the 3. Kevin Mako with the rebound inside, and he scores again.
But that's what happens when you move the basketball. You get the triple that you miss off the right iron of the rim, but your big man is right there, clean it up and put it back. That's basketball at its finest. That's team basketball at its finest, and there he is on the rebound.
Montana Cooks with the 3-pointer that hits the support above the basket. Team Solar getting the basketball, but we are going to have a timeout here on the floor. 13:08 left to go here in the second half. 45-37, Team Solar with the 8-point lead over Team Goodman. We're going to step away. You are watching the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational here on DMVSTREAM.com. Life Aid Beverage Company is a leading manufacturer of premium, healthy, and convenient nutritional products for your active lifestyle. All of our products have different nutrients, different flavors, same low calories, no sodium, and never any artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners. So enjoy. For more information, visit www.lifeaidbevco.com. That is our one of our title sponsors, Fit Aid. 47-37 is your score. We have a running clock here in the BIS Invitational, so we are approaching the 12.5-minute mark. Team Solar with a 10-point lead.
This is the key moment in the game. You're almost to the 10-minute mark left in the game. I think Team Maroon needs to get some things going towards the basket, no more crazy threes. And this man right here is the guy that I like with the basketball in his hand.
Yamon Robinson with the rebound, and that was Warren Lofton going up for the board.
Yeah, he's taking
GS3 kicks it back out. Faust couldn't get the shot off. Lofton in the big trees, he pulls it back out.
GS3 wants this. He's calling for it in the post. Ball screen.
Let's see if Chonky
pick
can
and roll,
and that is
off glass. Beautiful basketball.
Kevin Mako with the basket.
That's beautiful basketball right there.
And you said the big man needed to heat up in the second half.
And I told you, he's heating up. He's playing like Ben Wallace with a jumper.
Inside, Mitchell Payton. Beautiful up and under. Couldn't get it to fall. Mako with the rebound. Back comes Team Solar.
Oh, I say he's playing like Anthony Davis. I won't give him Ben Wallace with the jumper. Nobody's ever heard of that one before, right?
That's right. Damian Chong-Key, and that is over to Lofton, who drains a 3. Warren Lofton in his home gym.
Is he related to Kenny Lofton? Because that was a home run he just hit right there, giving them the 14-point lead, the biggest lead of all afternoon.
Nice, seamless MLB reference. I love that.
Well, you know, I'm a White Sox fan. I'm from Chicago originally, so I had to slide that in there somehow for the hometown.
That drive by Mitchell Payton blocked by Mako. Back the other way. GS3 couldn't quite finish. Out of bounds. A little bit of contact down there. Just below our broadcast position.
If GS3 just kisses that off the glass, that is 2 points. He tried to flush that when he was going for the dagger early in the game.
And he is on the deck being helped up by coach, and looks like he's a little bit shaken up right there.
Oh, he's a tough kid. He's all right. He just needs to walk it off. I love the way he plays. He's so aggressive. I love it. I think he'll be great at the next level. College coaches that get this kid will get a young man who just can flat out do it. And he also makes his teammates better, and he seems like he's a great kid off the court. I got a chance to talk to him before the game, and just a great head on his shoulders, and all he loves is basketball. He said he would have woke up at 3 a.m. to play this game if he could have. That's what he told me. I just love his passion for the game.
That's dedication right there. Dominique Bailey with the three-pointer outside. Long rebound. Dominic Flack. He is pushing it up the floor for Team Solar. Gets it over. Kazor with the running jumper. Zaire Mitchell-Payton with the rebound. Back the other way, leading the break. Three-pointer on the wing. Emmanuel Roberts. And he likes that side of the floor. That's the second three-pointer he's hit from over there.
The key to life and the key to basketball is get to your spot, and that's what he did. He knocked it down. That's a big triple. And as I was going to say before he actually hit that, this game is far from over.
11-point lead for Team Solar. Kazor going inside to the big man, Mako.
Oh, beautiful.
A nice move, and he goes up and under with the right hand. The lead is back to 13.
The up and under off glass, and he is starting to really fill up the stat sheet now. That's his game right there. Again, 4 to 6 feet from the basket. Let him work. Drop step, off glass. Beautiful basketball.
And there was a nice move. Victor Littles getting it inside to Dominique Bailey.
And you love it. Victor Little's throwing the hands up, flailing his arms. He won at the end one.
And that's Warren Lofton with his second straight three. The lead is now 14, and it looks like Warren Lofton's starting to heat up a little bit.
Well, getting to your spots, knocking down shots. And at any level, as Kyrie Irving showed you in the finals, in the waning moments is when you want to see your big-time players make big-time plays.
Mitchell Payton with the shot, rebounded by Dominic Flack, back up the other way. Jonathan Kazor pulls up for three off the front of the rim. Back comes Team Goodman, seeing if they can cut into this 14-point lead. Time is going to become a factor here very shortly. We are under 9 minutes left.
Time is of the essence, but I like that right there. I was going to say, I want to see Team Maroon still look for the two-point shot, post up, ball movement, some ball screens, try and get the good look at the basket, because that's the only way that you come back. Jacking up three-pointers is not the way to do it, but that was a good offensive possession. They get the foul, they get the out-of-bounds play. We'll see what they have drawn up.
Well, Victor Littles, as I mentioned before, from Largo High School. In Largo, they play a very tough brand of basketball, so that play from him did not surprise me in the least.
Did he come here on the blue line?
Three-pointer from the corner by Montana Cooks, and it's once again an 11-point game. Team Solar up 56-45.
Montana Cooks looking as smooth and suave as Joe Cool, Montana.
That's right.
Knocking down that triple. And making this a reasonable deficit, all things considered. And they're only 11 points away with 8 minutes to go.
And Montana Cooks deflected that pass intended for Warren Lofton. So Team Goodman is definitely, they are active on the defensive end, and that is how you are going to get back in this basketball game.
It's also nice to get some fresh bodies in the game. Montana Cooks just checked into the basketball game. He's playing with a little more energy than the rest of the guys right now, and he's also enforcing his will, which is what you like to see when a guy gets in the game.
Dominic Bailey, he saw an opening in the middle of the floor, kicking it out. Emmanuel Roberts with another three. No, inside, and that's Victor Littles. He's starting to heat up and assert himself.
And that's one of the guys, their premier players that we highlighted before the game. He played his game, he fought for the rebound and got the putback. Now it's a single-digit lead.
George Sidnor III with the basketball, always dangerous. Up top, pull up three, yes sir.
That was
Damian
tough.
Chong Key.
With the hand in his face, there's nothing you can do about that. You can coach him up, you cannot stop that.
And there is a turnover by Team Goodman. Oh, and it looks like we're going to get it overturned. Team Goodman is going to keep it. The original call was that Team Solar was going to take possession.
That last three was the kind of three that makes you wonder, can you get back in this game when you play the best defense you can possibly play, and he just knocks that down over top of a bigger and larger defender. Amazing.
Inside to Mitchell Payton. He draws the contact and is going to go to the line. And now, you know, with just under 7 minutes left to go, Team Goodman might be smart to start trying to draw that contact, see if they can get some points with the clock stopped.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. That's the goal. That's why I said keep playing your game. Throw it inside. Twos start to add up, and then eventually you hit a big three down the line. You're right back in the game. But more importantly, as you said, the clock stops. 6 minutes and 46 seconds is a lot of time in basketball when the clock is stopped. But you got to hit your free throws.
You got to hit your free throws, and on that one, unfortunately, he did not draw iron. When you're at the free throw line, talk to us a little bit about what the mentality is.
Here's
when you're
the
at
art
the
of being at the free throw line that I know very well about from the age of 6 to about 11, okay? You want to think of a happy place. You want to think of Hawaii, where I just went for my birthday in May. You want to think of
layup and in by Zaire Mitchell Payton. It is an 8-point game.
You want to think of the Bahamas. You want to think of paradise, okay? You want to think of a happy place. You want to see that front iron, and you'll knock it down every time.
Disney World?
Yes.
Okay. Three-pointer from the corner.
Or
Dominic Bailey with a tough rebound.
Or Six Flags if you're in the DMV, I guess.
Zaire Mitchell Payton running the court. Couldn't put that one down, but he's going to go back to the line for two. 8-point lead, has a chance to cut it to 6.
8-point lead. They got out in transition. He did not look for the three. He went to the hoop, and he has a chance to cut this thing down to 6. 3-possession game potentially looming.
So 2 big free throws here for Zaire Mitchell Payton. First one off the front of the rim. Zaire Mitchell Payton, 6'6", from Richard Montgomery High School up in Rockville, Maryland.
Shout out to Rockville, Maryland.
Shout out to Rockville indeed.
That's the home of ESPN 980 where I used to work. Much love to Ralph Wesley and Scott Jackson and those guys over there.
Indeed, Ralph Wesley, Scott Jackson, good guys that we both know, and shout out to them for helping us to be here with you today.
Yeah, for being great people. Peyton was really upset with himself after those last 2 free throw misses, but what I love about the young kid is he stays composed. The game is never too big for him, and I expect him to come back and make a nice play late in this ball game when they need it the most.
And we have a turnover. It looks like Jonathan Kazor, it was a spot possession, so he should not have moved on the baseline, and apparently he took a step to the side. Referee got him. Goodman ball. Less than 6 minutes. Let's see if they can cut in. Zaire Mitchell-Payton with a beautiful move inside.
And there he is. What did I say? I said the kid stays composed. I expect him to come back and make a big play. And all he does on the next possession, beautiful drop step, spin move, and kiss it off the glass.
And so we've got a timeout. Team Solar, they want to talk about this.
They're feeling the pressure. Team Maroon fought back as expected, and the pressure is all on Team Gold right now.
5:32 left to go here in the second half. 59-53, Team Solar with a 6-point lead over Team Goodman. The 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational brought to you by T-Mobile. As America's uncarrier, T-Mobile is redefining the way consumers and businesses buy wireless services through leading product and service innovation. T-Mobile's advanced nationwide 4G LTE network delivers outstanding wireless experiences to more than 65.5 million customers who are unwilling to compromise on quality and value. That is T-Mobile. Visit your nearest T-Mobile store for the newest flagship phones or visit www.tmobile.com. 59-53. 5:32 left to go here in the second half at the Cesar Chavez Charter School. Sean Parker along with Chuck Walton pleased to bring you this action in the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational.
Very pleased. And right after this, we have another special matchup. It's a lot of big-time guys playing in this next game as well.
What a move inside by Damian Chong Key getting it over to GS3. But it looks like we had a loose ball foul. Chong Key looking inside for Kevin Makel.
Nice extra pass. Makel's not forcing anything in the second half. Drastic improvement from the first half.
Inside, he draws contact and the foul.
And I told you, Makel's that kind of player. A lot of the big men in today's college, high school, pro game, they just need to get into a rhythm because the games kind of went to small ball now, so it kind of takes them a longer time to get into a rhythm. But
that pace and space.
That pace and space. But you still need them to win championships at any level. And once they get going, oh, man, they can get it rolling.
So Makel, that free throw rattles around and out. 5:10, clock stopped here in the second half. Game reset, it is 59-53, Team Solar over Team Goodman. Team Solar with 5 team fouls here in the second half. Team Goodman with just 2. Dominique Bailey with the basketball. Dangerous scorer. Got a kickball. Goodman will keep possession. And we thank you here at DMVSTREAM.com for joining us here for today's game. Dominique Bailey inside with the layup, and it's a 5-point game.
And I like Dominique Bailey. He's only 17, 18 years old, 6 foot, 155 pounds. But you got to definitely believe that the next level he'll fill out, add some more pounds to that frame. And
GS3, he was a little bit out of control, but got the ball inside to Makel. Zaire Mitchell-Payton driving, can't finish.
Gotta use
Bailey
the glass.
is going to draw contact, and he is going to go to the line.
Gotta use the glass. The glass is your best friend at any level.
And all of a sudden, look here, 4.5 minutes. It's a 5-point game. If he can hit these 2 free throws, it's a 1-possession game.
I expect him to hit both.
First one is true. As I said before, we are going to see some of these young men that we're looking at out on the court. We're going to see them in game 2. Kevin Makel, George Sidnor III, Damian Chong Key, Rashad Faust. We're going to see all of them in the second game here. at the BIS Select Invitational. And right now, we're looking, the clock has not moved. The clock is still showing 4.5 minutes. The clock is still showing 4.5 minutes.
Well, that's a great way to make a comeback right there when the clock doesn't move. Huh?
Absolutely.
You got to take advantage of this moment.
And now it's moving. We've got 4.5 minutes and ticking down. Zaire Mitchell-Payton in his pocket was picked.
And look who it
by
is.
GS3 with the jam. The lead is back to 6.
Well, there's nothing to say about that except it was showtime.
Cross-court pass to Yamon Robinson. Gets it out to Bailey. Bailey looking for his shot.
Team Maroon has to get more ball movement.
Inside to Mitchell-Payton. He finishes at the rim, 62-58.
That's just a great pass and an even better finish.
Under 4 minutes, we are officially in crunch time.
And this is where you find out who is a big-time player.
Nice ball handling by Damian Chong-Key, three-pointer out there on the wing. Rebounded by Victor Littles. Back comes Team Maroon. Dominic Bailey on that right side. The lead is 4. The lead is 1. What a three by Victor Littles. And it's a 1-point game, 62-61. Team Solar. Team Goodman's comeback is almost complete.
Victor Little just showed you right there. He said there is nothing little about my game. The young man from Largo just shot that all the way from Largo with confidence, and it's a 1-point ball game. And if I'm Team Maroon, I'm feeding him down the stretch.
Ball kicked out to Dominic Flack, who hits a 3. So he said, I will call you and I will raise you a 3. 65-61 Team Solar.
And that's what players do. They answer the other player on the other end. This is a great finish to a great basketball game.
Zaire Mitchell-Payton drove the lane. That ball was knocked away by Rashad Faust off of Mitchell-Payton, and Team Solar getting the ball back. We've got some substitutions.
That last 3 by Flack was huge. That was a big-time shot for that young man. He's looking to get the ball again.
That was Damian Chong-Key. Inside, Kevin Mako. Oh, he tried the jam. Couldn't get it to go. We've got contact, and it looks like they're going to get Yamon Robinson on. No, they didn't. They got GS3 on the offensive foul.
Wow. Interesting.
We are coming up on 2 minutes remaining. We've got an exciting basketball game here. Team Solar with a 4-point lead. Jumper drained by Emmanuel Roberts.
But that was good ball movement, and that was also great movement coming to the ball and just knocking down a great jumper. Big-time shot, 2-point game. Wow, things are getting thick.
Ball handling and secure ball possession are going to be key coming down the stretch. Chong-Key, he was looking
great play.
for Mako. Dominic Bailey, he has tied this game at 65 with 1:27 left.
Big-time players step up in the big-time moments. He just read the pass, and there they go again.
Oh, that was a near steal by Yamon Robinson.
Team Gold needs to get recomposed here. These last 2 possessions, they've almost literally thrown this game away. But what about the hustle and the scrappiness and the nature of Team Maroon?
Sound a little bit like Stephen A. right there, man.
I felt like it. Oh,
three-pointer outside. Oh, if that had gone down, that would have been key for Dominic Flack. But here comes Dominic Bailey. Loose ball. Flack gets it. Oh, and just good defense right there. Montana Cooks with those fast hands.
And, you know, they say you never should bet on the game, but I'm going to bet that whoever scores the next basket is going to win this ball game.
With 52.5 seconds, that's a pretty good bet. Damian Chong-Key with the ball out near the center line. He drives, trying to find a hole in the defense. He's found it. To the hole and in. Damian Chong-Key with a huge basket with just under 40 seconds left. 67-65 Team Solar.
Team Maroon is probably going to look for a 3 here. What do you think? A little Kyrie Irving moment?
I tell you got to look for possibly Victor Littles. And there he is. He tried to tee that one up, but good defense by Kevin Mako.
Are you going to hope for the last shot here?
Emmanuel Roberts driving. He draws contact. Are they going to say he was in the act of shooting? No, we got a timeout.
Oh, great.
That was a good timeout right there by Team Goodman.
And you know what? If I'm Team Goodman, I'm just going to hold for this last shot here.
We've got 14.8 seconds left. 67-65. All right, Team Goodman has the basketball. What do they need to do? Whose hands do they want the ball in?
I'm going to go. Well, you got two options here. You can go with the ball screen, try and get a dribble drive, penetrate to the basket, look for the and one, the layup, and hopefully at the last second, maybe there's a kick out in the corner for the three. If I'm them, I'm looking for none other than Dominic Burley.
All right. You're going with Dominic Bailey. I'm going to say they're going to try to go inside to Zaire Mitchell-Payton.
Okay.
See if he can draw some contact.
Here's my thing with Payton, though. He missed those last two free throws. I don't want the game hanging on the balance with anybody at the free throw line. Well, looks like they're at the free throw line.
So it looks like there was a timeout call, but they did call a foul.
So they were in the bonus.
So we're going to go 1-and-1 here. And that's Emmanuel Roberts at the line.
Oh, so they got, hey, saved by the free throw guys.
There we go. So Emmanuel Roberts trying to tie this game at 67. First shot goes down. He hits the free throw. They can tie it. Then they need a defensive stop or possibly a steal. They can either force overtime or perhaps get a steal and try to go for the win. Second free throw down. We are tied at 67. So let's see what Team Solar is going to do.
That was very clutch.
And we got a foul on number 21, Dominic Bailey, but they have fouls to give. That was only their fourth team foul.
That was a smart foul. They want to prevent them from just getting it in easy.
So GS3 gets it to Damian Chong Key. We are approaching 10 seconds. Team Solar going to go for the win right here. Chong Key on the clear out. Jumper. No good off the front of the rim. Victor Littles with the rebound, and guess what? We are going to overtime.
Well, it's only right. It's been a hard-fought game. Both teams play with great passion, and really in a game like this, you can't pick a winner, but somebody's got to win. So I guess we'll play it again in the overtime period.
67 all, going to overtime here in Game 1 of the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational, and man, this is just Game 1.
This is just Game 1. And I'll tell you what, the thing about overtime is there's no game plan, okay? You throw everything out the window, and at this point, both teams on both sides are tired. It's all about winning the 50-50 balls. It's all about continue to be aggressive, and whoever attacks first usually comes out with the win in overtime. Whoever gets off to a quicker start usually comes away with the win in overtime.
DMVSTREAM.COM bringing you coverage of the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational. DMVSTREAM.com is a website dedicated to broadcasting live sports in D.C., Maryland, and Virginia. Our group broadcasts pro, amateur, college, high school, AAU, and youth games and tournaments to televisions, computers, and mobile devices. Get in touch with us today to find out more about streaming your event live. Visit us on the web at DMVSTREAM.com. We have got a 3-minute overtime session here. Team Goodman in the maroon. Team Solar in the gold. Team Goodman with the first possession of the overtime period. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, step back jumper. Yes, right in the face of Kevin Makel. That was a clutch shot.
Well, there's your boy. That's the guy that you thought was going to take the shot with the game on the line, and technically the game is still on the line, and that's a huge shot for them to get off to a hot start in overtime.
69-67, Team Goodman. That's their first lead since early in the first half.
Since a long time, when the game was a seesaw battle early. Now they have a chance to kind of run away with things here. There he is right there.
Oh, that was good hands right there, getting the ball out of his hands. Oh, Damian Chong Key, nice ball handling. GS3 lost the handle inside Kevin Makel. That ball batted away. Team Goodman, Emmanuel Roberts. And we've got some good defensive play on both ends of the floor.
Yes, a wonderful defensive play, but this is unbelievable, Sean, what is unfolding. A 14-point deficit has now been erased, and they have a chance to go up 2 possessions in overtime.
Three-pointer outside. That was Montana Cooks.
I like to see more ball movement right there when you have the lead late in the game. And all things considered, you're kind of the underdog.
GS3 inside. Ball won't go. Batted around. Goodman gets the ball again. They're up 2. A minute 44 left to go in this overtime.
But that's the guy I'm looking for on the team, on the goal team is GS3. I think he's been playing phenomenal all night. That's the guy that has to keep getting touches down the stretch in these last 2 minutes if you want to win this game.
So let's see. And there's a little touch foul right there by Damian Chong-Kee. Team Solar did not want that right now.
No, you want to stay away from the ticky-tack fouls, especially when you're already in the bonus.
Emmanuel Roberts going back to the free throw line. He hit his last 2 free throws to send this game into overtime.
And those are clutch free throws. A lot of the pressure was on him. Everybody in this gym watching, all the college coaches and scouts watching, and he just came up big at the line.
Oh, and missed that one. He had a chance to extend that lead. Ball batted out of bounds, but it's going to be Team Solar's ball. 1 minute, 40 seconds left to go in overtime. Team Goodman, down by as much as 14 in this game, comes all the way back. They have a 2-point lead here in overtime.
Who would have thought that the comeback was on?
Three-pointer from outside. That was Damian Chong-Kee, rebounded by Yamon Robinson. Back comes Team Goodman.
Oh,
and
nice
that was
pass.
Montana Cooks driving, kicking it out.
That's great basketball. They're using the clock. They're making the extra pass, and they want to get a good look at the basket because they know how important it is when you can go up 2 possessions with a minute to play.
Emmanuel Roberts, and we got another foul.
No,
we got an offensive foul.
Oh, wow.
We're going back the other way, so Team Solar with the ball, a minute 4 left.
They got him when he was trying to come set the ball screen. They got him on an offensive foul.
Plenty of time left here, but you don't want to mess around with any of these possessions. You want to make them count. Damian Chong-Kee setting the offense. Drives, kicks it outside. Dominic Flack back up to Chong-Kee. GS3 up top looking to set a screen for him. Outside, three-pointer! Huge 3 by Dominic Flack, and Team Solar goes up 1 under 30 seconds.
And I'll tell you what, Mr. Dominic won't get any flack for jacking up that triple when you knock it down like that in crunch time.
Folks, he's not practicing these either. They're just coming to his head. Zaire Mitchell-Payton for 3.
The answer.
Do you believe that? The big man stepped out and hit a 3.
Under 10 to go.
Team Goodman up 2. 5 seconds, and there's a loose ball foul.
And he hits the 3.
He hit the 3, but they're not giving him the continuation on that. Victor Littles is going to get with the foul. 3.4 seconds left. Team Solar with a chance to either tie it and send us to a second overtime
They're
or
going for the win. They're going for the win. There it is.
Chong-Kee with the ball. 2 seconds for 3. Off the rim. No good. Damian Chong-Kee had the chance to win it. It didn't go down for him, and Team Goodman pulling out the 72-70 win. This is just summer league basketball.
The Cardiac Kids with the 14-point deficit, they erase that, they come back, and they win on a big last-second shot. Unbelievable. What a game.
That was some entertaining basketball. We've got some talented guys out here on the floor. Talk to me first. Let's talk about the winning team. Let's talk about Team Goodman for a second.
Heart.
Dominic Bailey, Victor Littles, all these guys, heart.
Heart, passion, determination, and most of all, they showed off their skill setting. And you know what I loved best about what they did out there today? The comeback's great, but they all played well as a team. They worked together. They never got down on themselves. They never yelled at each other when they were losing. They just kept playing their style of basketball, which was scrappy, gritty. They started rebounding a little bit more, and they started knocking down their 3. When you knock down the 3, you can beat anybody at any level. And that was just beautiful, beautiful basketball, and what a comeback.
And you know what I liked about that?
What?
About their team? Zaire Mitchell-Payton made me right. He hit the game winner over there in the corner for 3. So he vindicated me.
He did. He vindicated himself as well.
Yes, he did.
Bounce back, and that's what you at this level with the scouts and the coaches watching. You want to see, hey, kids are going to make mistakes, but how do they bounce back? And all he did was bounce back with the game-winning shot.
But also Team Solar. I mean, they put out a great effort. They have some real talent on that side of the basketball. Led by GS3 George.
And he's a guy that we're going to get to see in game 2.
That's right. And Damian Chong-Kee really heated up in that second half, and he really made a difference for them.
Well, for all things considered, he hit the game winner of his own. But just sometimes somebody has the basketball last and somebody has to lose. But no, he actually hit the one at the end that they called the foul on too. So it's one of those, for the first time, you wish they didn't call a foul. You never hear that in basketball. But he was unbelievable. He's a lefty too, which is definitely kind of different at any level. But he's lucky lefty, and I look forward to seeing that man just continue to progress his career. He just played with a lot of heart, a lot of passion as well. And both sides, I think GS3 was the most aggressive player on the court. The stat sheet will back that up. And if you guys haven't had a chance to see him, please stay here for Game 2 because that guy can really do it.
This is one of those games you didn't want to see end, but it had to end. Somebody had to win, and it was Team Goodman with the 72-70 win here in Game 1 of the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational. We've got another game coming up. We've got Game 2. We've got Team BIS and Team Goodman. Yeah, Team Goodman coming back again, as is Team BIS, but we got some we have some talented guys, and as we said before, we are going to see Kevin Makel again. We're going to see George Sidnor again. We're going to see Damian Chong Key, Rashad Faust, and we've got some other talented gentlemen that are here today that are ready to hit the hardwood. I'm excited. I'm ready for it.
I'm beyond excited. If Game 1 was that good and that's supposed to be an appetizer, then wow, are we already full for Game 2? I think not, because I can take 2 plates. Hopefully we get overtime in Game 2 as well. It's going to be another phenomenal battle. And again, for people who aren't familiar, the DMV has wonderful basketball players, and it's all on display here today.
All right, well, we've got one more game coming up. We're going to step away as the teams get ready for Game 2. So we want to thank you for joining us. For everybody here at DMVSTREAM.com, our executive producer, BJ Kubarulis, our director, Nick Plum, our camera operator, John Reed. This is Sean Parker along with Chuck Walton signing off for now, but we will be back for Game 2 of the 2016 BIS Washington, D.C. Select Invitational right here on DMVSTREAM.com.